What's up, guys? It's not Monday, it's not Thursday, but we had to pop up to do a special live. I was supposed to have two guests joining me that pretty much support the Black Lives Matter movement, but one of them didn't show up. But it's okay because we have another one, and then I decided to collab on this with my big brother Corey. So just welcome Cortland, and just face
What it
it.
is.
What's happening? What's happening, Sony? How you
What's
doing?
up? I'm good. I can't complain. It's hot.
It's hot. That's all right. That's better than freezing, ain't it?
You know what? I think I would rather have a little bit of cold over here.
Yeah, me too. But it'll work out for you. It'll work out.
What's up, MIA? You've been MIA.
Yeah, I know.
She's been busy with school, guys. She's actually studying liberal arts. So she has, she's gonna get the insider. She's the insider, but she's the plant. We have to plant her.
All right. Hi, MIA. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Look at you, just relaxing, chilling, eating. If I get on here and eat, y'all gonna be teasing me. Ain't you big enough? See, you don't.
Oh, damn. Before we get started, please share this live. Please share the live. Start watch parties. Everybody watching. Matter of fact, I have to make it public because you all know Facebook can't stand me.
Ooh.
They on your trail.
Man, every time I go
Why
live,
they
they
doing you like that?
because I'm conservative and black. So we'll let more people hop on before we get all into it.
Merlin listening. He doing karate. He doing karate classes while he listening to the show.
Oh snap!
After he just got done doing karate on Denitra.
Oh man, yeah, I gotta go back and watch. Was that part live?
Yeah, it was live. Yep.
Hopefully, Denitra hops on here because she likes to troll my page.
Oh, she probably already here. She Denitra, if you listening, you tripping. I thought you was all right. You didn't went crazy.
Look,
Yeah.
she went rogue. That's what happened. Do we got some comments popping up? We do. That means that the live is public. So everybody come on in. We're just going to hop right into it. I asked for two BLM supporters, but one of them didn't show up, like I said. But we still have Cortland. And Cortland, in my opinion, here goes Denitra. I got to put her comment up.
She said she ain't going to say nothing today.
Cortland is cool, though. He's like a bro that I never met. Even though we're on different sides of the spectrum, we can have constructive and really respectful conversations. So thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it.
That's what's up.
So I sent everybody talking points, and I guess I just have to get right into it and ask the obvious question. You gotta answer this for me. I need to know how Trump is racist. I need to know what he's done to give off that aura.
You talking to me?
Cortland. I gotta ask Cortland first.
So
take a deep breath, bro. Take a deep breath. This is a good one.
I know it is. So if I'm being honest, right? When you're talking about like somebody who's racist, you got people who just like out there racist. They don't care who see them. They don't care who they talking to. They don't care who you're talking about. Flat out racist, right? And then you got your quote unquote closet racists who are racist, but they know that if they say it out loud, then they could possibly either lose some money or, worst case scenario, lose your life, right?
Okay.
I can't say that man's a racist, right? Only thing I can do is tell you what he's done.
Okay.
Like, so some of the things that he's done is like it, I guess I guess the thing that most people identify with, or the thing that most people know is, or maybe people don't know, like how he was sued in '73 by the Nixon organization
For what? You gotta
for
let people.
discrimination. So they found out that, like, I guess Trump refused to rent to some black tenants and lied to the black people about whether the apartments are available or whatever, and he got sued for that. But that's just one of the beginning things that kind of happened that could be racist, or maybe he, then deep down had legitimate reasons. We don't know. Only thing we know is that he's refusing to rent to some black folks, and he lied to them.
Okay.
Oh, you do? Okay, tell me.
I do.
Educate me.
So those tenants were Section 8 tenants.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm not renting to nobody on Section 8. I'm sorry. And it's not just to be, it's not to be funny against black people, but from what I understand, because my mother was once on Section 8, you're limited to where you can go. There's certain areas that are designated for you to specifically rent from. And I don't think Trump Tower is on that list. And that's exactly why he didn't rent to them, because they were on Section 8.
So you're saying that it wasn't that they didn't have the funds or they didn't have the means to stay there. It was just because they was on Section 8.
If you're on Section 8, you only get a certain amount of funds. And
right.
Trump Tower is expensive.
Okay.
I don't see how. Go ahead, Corey. Go ahead.
I want to chime in on that. So this is the problem that we having with the Zuzu. And the Zuzu is, I feel like most people that say that Trump is a racist, they've been Zuzu'd. And I say that with no offense towards you or at all. I think that the mainstream media has made us think that based on the just little stuff, little bits that he's saying, little stuff he said, because he do got an off the chain mouth. I'm gonna say that. But I believe that we, when I say we, I'm talking to my black folk right now. We have to stop with this sensitive attitude. We're too sensitive, man. And the problem is we are not allowing white people to judge us or deal with us based on our character, because everything they do, we want to call them a racist. That is painful to the community. It's painful to black people. It's painful to white people. It hurts everybody, and we got to stop it. Listen. So now look at the position that we put these people in. We saying, when I come to your office, you got to rent to me, because if you don't, I'm gonna call you a racist, and you're gonna lose your job, your benefits, money, and all. And like you said, and sometimes maybe even your life. So I think it's dangerous. I think it's evil, and it's just all the way around wrong, man. To say that man is a racist, and I know you didn't say that, but I'm just saying most people. To say that man is racist because he didn't want to rent to somebody. Maybe he didn't like the way they looked. Maybe he didn't like the way they was talking, acting. It could be a million things. It don't have to be because they was black. That's an assumption that needs to be debunked.
Right. And I don't want to put him being quote unquote racist on one thing. Like, it's other things, but I feel like that was one thing that a lot of people kind of like threw out there. A lot of people knew about or didn't know about, but that was like one of his earlier things.
And I want to say one more thing. If I ain't trying to take over the show, but I want to say one more. And I am openly, and I mean this with no, and I'm a very sarcastic guy. Soon you know that. And I say with no sarcasm, I am open to hear what anybody got to say to prove to me that this man is a racist, because I have not heard. I mean, I've talked to so many people, and they get on the phone and you ought to hear it. I have not heard anything. I have not seen anything, and I've been waiting. I'm still waiting. But I'm open. So, please feel free, because I'm very open to it.
Do you think what he said about like the Central Park 5 like has anything to do with him being racist?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm gonna tell you what I think about that. I think that Trump is a very caring person, just like myself. I got a slick ass mouth too. you know, people hate me to this day because I got a slick mouth. I get it. I understand. And my mouth is pretty slick. I done toned it down a whole lot. So I know the position that Trump is in. He say what he say, he mean what he say, and he speak literally. You know what I'm saying? And when Trump said that about these people, he was mad as hell. He was mad as hell because of what they did or allegedly did to that woman. You understand what I'm saying? So he wanted these cats dead. Just like I probably would have, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what his relationship was to that lady. We don't know his connection to that lady. We don't know what was going on there. But if he truly felt like they did that and he wanted their asses dead, I don't see nothing wrong with that. And so
What
he
about
had
my fault? I'm sorry.
So he had the money to push his agenda, and so he did that. That does not mean that he was a racist. That does not mean that he did it because they was black. Point blank.
What about after the fact when they found like the DNA and like they were proved guilty and you still felt like that they did it?
Because he still felt like they did it because
You felt like he just felt strongly about it.
yeah, I feel like he felt strongly about it. Absolutely, I feel like he felt strongly about it because you know, he not the only one. Me, I don't have no opinion on it because I don't have enough details to say if they innocent or not. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm gonna keep it real, and a lot of people that was loud. I kind of, based on a little bit of evidence that I did pay attention to, I still feel like there's a chance they did it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure because I didn't really look into it. So I don't know because I don't have that much care into it. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that if Trump felt like they did it, he felt like they did it. He's not the only one that felt like that. And I would be it would be hard for you to convince me that he feel like that just because they black. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that.
Are we talking about the Central Park Five? Because for some reason my audio got disconnected.
Yeah, the Central Park Five. Like, so he was saying, and I understand what he was saying. He was saying that, do I think that Trump's a racist still because, you know, after they came with the DNA and said that he wasn't guilty, man. But, you know, you got to look at it. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you, right? You know, we all been there. I'm sure we all done either from the hood or been to the hood or know about it. It's been plenty of people that's done plenty of things and they were dead ass wrong and did it. And they got away with it. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't listen, man. Trust me, man. Like, people get away with stuff all the time, and it don't mean that maybe Trump feel like they did it, man. And he should have a right to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that we so quick to take away opinions from white people? Man, white people, like, do you understand that when we do this kind of stuff, we suppressing white people? We put them in a box that they can't get out of. Like, that is crazy. Like, I know that's something to think about though, but it's true. But if you think about it, man, white people, like right now, man, 4 white people cannot get on this show right now and talk how we talking right now about us and flip it around because they all racist and they asking to lose their job and shut their YouTube channel down and everything. But we can get on here and say whatever we want. White people, you know, they can't get on there and say black people. It's just something that simple. If a white person, if Trump get on TV right now and say, yeah, black people, I'll tell you what, his ass is doomed. His ass is doomed. Am I right or wrong? But that's the box we put him in when we do these kind of things, and then in return, they may not want to treat us so fairly. So, I mean, we kind of get what we get coming because of some of the things that we do and the position we put ourselves in. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah. And I think accountability is severely lacking in our community. We have the privilege to blame our skin color when we think things aren't fair. No one else has that ability. White people don't have that ability. They don't get to fall back on the fact that, you know, they're black and their ancestors were slaves. So why do we? And I guess I would have to ask you that same question. Do you feel it's a race issue so much with us, or do you feel like it's more of accountability?
As far as
just everything we go through and throughout certain things, like we were just talking about Trump. Well, he said that they were guilty, even though the DNA test came out otherwise. That's fine. But when I say accountability, one of those young men that actually went to jail to turn themselves in, the father made him do it. So why are we not looking at the father saying, when do you stand up and have some balls and say, you're not guilty. We're not taking you to go turn in anywhere.
I think his dad was pressured to do that.
By who though?
I think it was pressure by the police for him to turn himself in because he was scared. So he was like, just turn yourself in.
Oh, he might have been scared for his son's life.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Now, I mean, I don't want to jump off the subject, but I do want to say for that on that part. I remember my son. The police was looking for him, and I knew he was a nutcase at the time, and they knew he was too. And so I sat, man, and I really thought about turning my son in. I did, and that's crazy, like that, and that's when I was like in the streets. So like you turning your son in, that's like real wild, right? Mm-hmm. But I really, I'm gonna keep it real, and I don't know if I've ever said this to anybody before, but now that you say it, I'm gonna keep it real. I did think about turning him in. I didn't do it. He ended up getting called his own, and they got him. But had he been loose one more day, few more days, I might have would have turned him in because for his safety.
Yeah.
So I understand. I can understand that.
Before we get too far off of the Trump thing, like other things, say like the people could say that he's like racist over like there's a book his employee John O'Donnell, not John O'Donnell, but I think it's John O'Donnell. He was like a former president of the Trump Plaza Hotel. It was in Atlantic City. He wrote a book. And I guess he quoted that Trump was saying that black guys count his money as something he didn't want. Said he hated it. He said, I guess his accountant, he thought the guy was lazy. And he said it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really is. I believe that is not anything they can control. Trump later said in 1997 that the stuff O'Donnell wrote about me is probably true.
He ain't lying. I look, I run my own podcast. There's people that work for me, and I think I have said those same things too, just because of what's always presented in front of me. I've seen it in the workplace I've worked in. You know, we as black people, if we can cut some corners and slack off, we're gonna do it. I did it.
Me too.
So I don't know. Like I think honestly it's just sensitivity. And this is right. This comment right here is sensitivity. I live in reality. I don't have to be a Trump supporter. Even if I wasn't a Trump supporter, I would still have the same mindset I have. It has absolutely nothing to do with Trump.
So you think in reality, laziness is a trait specifically for black people that black people carry?
And some of us, some, not all, but some, yes. And that's because culture.
And it's something that we can't help because it's just a trait that specifically black people have. And no other culture has that, but black people have it.
I'm not going to say no other culture, but I do think that is a trait in our community, and not because we're born with it, not at all, but it's culture. So some of us, that's what we're taught. I'm a product of that single parent home where my mom didn't really challenge me to too much other than to graduate high school. After that, I was on my own. I lived with my mom till I was like, 22? I didn't have any drive to do anything else, and she didn't push me to do anything else. It was okay being mediocre. Just get through life. In my opinion, that's lazy.
Okay.
I think that as far as that go, one is we don't have no proof, or do we have proof that he actually said that? Do you have proof that he said that?
I don't know.
I mean, he said that the thing that he said in the Playboy interview is said like the stuff that O'Donnell wrote about me is probably true. That was his quote. He didn't say that specifically, but he said the stuff that he said
stuff,
about him in
yeah.
that book is probably
Yeah, that's pretty logical. So see what we do again. We take anything that he say or white people period, and we take it out of content. Like, okay, so if somebody wrote a book, okay, I got some people that just let's just say usually people. I got some people. One person in particular. Is this guy's a family member? He hate me to death, right? If he can get away with killing me, he would. If he was to write a book right now and talk about all the stuff, put all his opinions and all his damn lies and all this stuff in one book, I could honestly say, I guarantee I could honestly say, well, yeah, there's some stuff that he said about me that's true. Mm-hmm. That don't mean that he said that I killed Juju around the corner is true. I said he said some stuff. So I don't understand how we take that little comment that he said some stuff and turn that into a whole, well, you know what? He said it. And I'm not saying that's you, but I'm saying that that's people. It sounds like you logical enough to you're not saying this stuff, but I'm saying that these are the things that people are doing and they lying. You know what I'm saying? It just, it ain't true, because if the shoe was on the other foot, you would be the first person in the courtroom saying, now just because I said that it was some stuff in there, that don't mean that was true. You know what I'm saying? So we can say this stuff, but we don't have like no proof. Like when you talk about people that it makes me sick to the stomach when you got black people, especially black people that hate Donald Trump, but you will turn around in the same sentence and vote for Joe Biden. The things Joe Biden did to us are obvious. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's clear. It's cut clear. But we don't have no truth, no facts about Donald Trump being a racist. He's done plenty of things for black people.
And since you said that, since you're here, I'm going to play this clip for you. It's just 1 minute long. I want to play this clip. And then after I play it, just tell me your thoughts on it. This is actually, he got an award from the Rainbow Coalition. I can't remember what year this was in, but I'm going to roll this clip so everybody watch it.
And beyond that, in terms of reaching out and being inclusive, he's done that too. And created for many people a comfort zone when I ran for the presidency in 84 and 88. And many others thought it was either laughable or something to avoid. He came to our business meeting here in New York because he has this sense of the curious and a will to risk to make things better. And so aside from all of his style and his pizzazz, he's a serious person who is an effective builder of building with a builder of people. Last year, he was a part of our workshop, of our panel workshop on what are the challenges and opportunities. And so this, a year later, Donald Trump, for a few minutes, challenges and opportunities to embrace the underserved communities. Donald Trump.
Donald J. Trump embraced the underserved communities. So communities that Joe Biden and Democrats don't pay attention to. Before he was even a politician, he was one of the number one employers for the black community.
I think all that's great. But Abraham Lincoln was definitely like a slave owner, was having sex with slaves and all type of stuff, and he freed the slaves.
I got no, because I got to keep myself in check, because I done almost push buttons on my little thing. I said, wait, this ain't your show, so I gotta wait. So because black people own slaves too, man. Were they racist?
Probably.
I don't think so. I think it was a
class.
I think it was more of a business opportunity. It was an opportunity for monetary gain. You know what I'm saying? Now, am I gonna sit here and say that that I believe that everybody that owned a slave was not a racist? No, I'm not gonna claim that. That'd be ignorant on my part. But I don't believe that every slave owner was a racist. I don't believe that. I believe that sometimes that we seek monetary gain and opportunities, and we use what's in front of us, and we take advantage of the opportunities at hand, and that's interpreted for being a racist or a low down, dirty, rotten piece of shit. Can I cuss? I just cuss. But
oh yeah,
yes. We good? Okay, so I just think that we cannot be so quick to say because somebody owned a slave they were racist. Right now, I need my grass cut. once a week, right? So if I go to the homeless shelter and get a white dude, does that make me a racist? No, that just means that I'm taking advantage of some cheap labor because I might want to get it done cheaper to save some money, or that's all I could afford. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not so quick to say that somebody's a racist because they seeked out an opportunity for business, for monetary gain.
I feel like if you're seeking out the same type of person every time, you are a racist.
No, if I seek them out because they black, then I'm a racist. But if I seek them out because they're available, then I'm an opportunist.
So you don't think the people are just seeking out specifically black people? Because those were the
No, I didn't. No, that's not what I said. No, that's not what I said. I said that I can't automatically assume that they are a racist because I don't know. But I do know. I do know this. I strongly believe that a lot of people, and I don't have a percent because, like I said, I wasn't there. But I don't automatically assume that because somebody had a slave that they were a race. Now I used to think like that. You know what I'm saying? My younger days, but now that I've matured and I see things differently and I see things from a real perspective, like a real reality, you know what I'm saying? And I'm an entrepreneur myself, you know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily think that people that own slaves are racist, man. I know that's hard. That's a hard pill for black people to swallow. It may be a hard pill for white people to swallow, but it's real. That's as real as it get. You cannot go on assuming in life that you know what's going on in somebody's head. You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous. Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you believe Trump is a racist?
I can't say that he is, because I even if he is a racist, right? Let's say he is a racist, and somebody just flat out asks him, somebody close to asks him, he's not going to come out and say, "Yes, I'm a racist."
Hell,
right?
shit.
Only thing you can. It's some people that it's some racists. It's some people that, like I said, that's why I said it's a difference. It's a difference between just like a regular, just like racists who are just like out there, and then like closet racists who know if you put certain stuff out there, then you could possibly lose something from it.
Right. So you got real gangsters and you got fake gangsters. You got real killers, you got fake killers. Right. So we ain't talking about the fake ones. We're talking about the real. Right. A real racist will tell you, are you racist? He'll say, you better believe that you did it. They right in your
straight up.
And on top of that, I'm gonna say this, man. Let's look at what we got going on. So Donald Trump is worth billions of dollars, billions, not 100,000, not 100 million. We talking about billions of dollars. He did not have to run for president. He don't need no Negro for nothing. He don't have to lie to us, man. I believe that if he was a racist and you asked him, he'd be like, yeah. But see, and you've heard the story already before. You've heard the story a million times. It's kind of odd to me that Trump was hanging with all these rappers. They was all in his music, all at the club with him. Man, ain't no racist finna be hanging out with no black folk in no club and nowhere else, man. I'm telling you, they can't take it. That'd be like me going to a gay club and I got the gay dudes all over me hugging me. Come on, man. I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? So Trump ain't finna do that, man. He's not gonna do that. I don't understand.
I would disagree because I've worked with racists. I'm in the military. There are actually racist people in the military, and I have to work with these people, right? So
were they at the club with you?
Were they at the club with me?
Yeah, at your house.
They wasn't.
Yeah,
they wasn't at the club with me.
They wasn't getting no females with you.
Yeah, Donald Trump made a point to be places he didn't have to be with black people.
Look at him, man. You see it right
there.
Because
that's just the person he is. Not for no gain.
You think it's the person that he is, or do you think it's a business move?
No, I don't think it's for no gain.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the business move then. All right. So you feel it's a business move. Is that correct? Or you just asking?
It could be. I don't know. I don't know why he's doing it. I say it could be for a business move. You see Donald Trump hanging out with rappers and stuff.
Yeah. Let's think about that. Let's think about that. The man is a billionaire, man. He don't need these clowns, man. He don't need them clowns.
He was hanging out with them before they were really big. Really, really big.
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think that he just was like, okay, like you got people in the hood that admire admire that lifestyle, that hip hop culture. I think that he kind of, and I hate to say it this way, but it's true. I think that he kind of idolized the culture at that time, and he wanted to be around them people. He enjoyed the women, I'm sure, because black women is stacked up, looking good. You know how it is.
It is.
So, you got the finest of the finest. This dude has got all this bread, so he get the hand pick. So this is what I believe. I don't believe that he was trying to be around them to make no money, because he don't have to hang with them to make money. He can do like the Jews do. He can like the Jews do. They can sit back in the office and say, "Hey, go find T.I. Sounds like this guy can put out a pretty good rap song. I can make some money off of this guy. Bring him into the office, sign a contract. Okay, get your black ass out of here. I make my money and I break you off when I feel like it." But he hangs with these people. You know what I'm saying? He kicking it with these people. There's a big difference, man. I don't know. Like, it's weird to me that and this is no offense to you, but it's weird to me that we would even have to have this conversation, because there's no proof. Like, there's nothing there that I know of. I have, and I'm telling you, I have made this a part of my life, part of my living, right? And I have not found anybody, not one person, that can stand up and say this man is racist, point blank. And I haven't even heard no good points. Like, it's just crazy, man. Like, we got to stop that mess. And see, we so worried about Trump and what he doing, and which is he doing a damn good job, and he doing a lot. Yeah, but we so worried about him being a racist, the illusion, we falling for the illusion, right? And we got people killing each other ourselves in the streets right now, man. And we want to spend our time saying that Donald Trump is a racist. For what? So we can be mad and emotional like a woman. We gotta come out and throw this in the trash. We got. I mean, for real, we act. No, black men. It's true that I'm gonna say this shit, right? I'm gonna say it, and I know people gonna get mad. Then oh well, you know what I'm saying. But listen, man, black men, we gotta quit acting like women and be men. We allowing our women to be men. We force them to be men because we won't stand up and be man. We worried about what this white dude doing that ain't doing nothing but really helping us. You know what I'm saying? And while we killing each other in the streets, but we dare not go against them and say, "Hey man, y'all dead wrong for what y'all doing." Stand up to the Bloods. Call them racist because they killing black people. Let's stand up to the people that we really need to stand up and call it for what it is, so that we can be more productive instead of lying on this man that's trying to help us. Because all he's doing, I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, we ridiculous for that shit, man. It's crazy. It's getting out of hand, and we need to stop it.
Let me ask you this: do you feel like Trump has, the way America has been run, as far as the economy and more opportunities for blacks? Do you see those things? Do you believe that they're happening? Yeah, like can you admit that he's doing some good in the country?
Like, I don't think Trump is a bad it's been like racist presidents who's done good. Like, even if he is racist, right? It's not that he's doing things to necessarily disenfranchise black people. So, and there's been racist presidents who haven't necessarily done things to disenfranchise black people. So I'm not saying that he's doing things that quote unquote to us that a racist would do, but like, some of the things that he's done leading up to this point are questionable.
Okay.
Take
questionable.
Are we gone? Come back.
He'll be back. He had to come back. He had to step away for 2 minutes, but he'll be back. Let me mute her. Okay. I'm gonna bring a little history, right? Because I believe that there are very racist policies. And when I mean policies, I mean certain things that were grafted into law. If we go back to, we'll go back to when they abolished slavery, right? They abolished it. And not even a week after they abolished it, Democrats went and enacted what we call it the Jim Crow law, but what it was called back then were the black codes, meaning you can't drink from certain fountains. You can't drink from certain water fountains. You have to use a certain bathroom. You cannot walk into certain stores. And they were open about it. They put these signs in their windows. Then you have Reconstruction, which is what most of us as Black people don't talk about. That's never a talking point in a Democrat's political campaign. Okay, so Reconstruction, we did amazing. We came up with Black Wall Street. Blacks, the first 7 Black senators were Republican. Matter of fact, back in the day, we were conservatives. We were not Democrats. Fast forward to the Civil Rights Act. LBJ signed it, but what most people don't know is the historical filibuster that came with that. And 6 Democrats decided that they wanted to block the Civil Rights Act. Why are we giving these Black people anything? They don't deserve it. A Republican stood up. His name is Everett Durskin. He's like one of my heroes. I love him. And said, stronger than all armies is a new idea that has come. You need to give these people their rights because what we're doing is not right. Every single piece of tragedy for our community has come at the hands of a white liberal. If you look in history, just look at history. It's always a white liberal. It's never a Republican. And I'm not saying that you don't have racist Republicans because, most Republicans and conservatives don't accept me. And that's a huge problem within the conservative and, Republican crowd. They need to be more inclusive. But history, it's always come from a white liberal every time. What do you think about that?
Was Nixon a liberal?
No. And I said that I don't just blame liberals. I do think that there were some things that Republicans did. But if we're talking about on a mass level, it's come from a Democrat. 94 crime bill came from Joe Biden. He is yet to apologize to the Black community for that.
Well,
So many Black
not because
like
the
the war on drugs started from Nixon.
That's fine. But at least we have a president now that has gone in to try to remedy that. Now, you can't completely go in and just snatch the law away, but we can make steps to fix it. And no Democrat, even Obama, he didn't make steps to fix that.
Correct.
Obama's one of them. Obama's one of them. That's clear. He's a piece of shit. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a
Obama's a token Negro. I believe that.
So I know a lot of a lot of people ask me. Well, I even have a remix video on it. It's funny, but they say, well, he denounced he's a racist because he denounced Black Lives Matter. I don't know how that makes him a racist either.
That doesn't make you a racist.
No, it doesn't. It makes him smart. You know what I'm saying? I denounce them too. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. They ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't have no. And another thing, it's funny too that they don't never bring up. Here would be a person's best argument. This is the best argument they can come up with, right? And don't nobody never hardly bring this one up. The fact that he made the tweet when a lady was in there saying white power. All right. So that's the best argument they can bring up, but they'll never talk about that. I don't know why. I'd be waiting on it, but don't nobody never say it. But I got an opinion on that too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it's crazy.
What's your opinion on that?
My opinion on that is that there's a chance that he's telling the truth, that he made a mistake. And I say it all the time. My story remains the same every single time. Me and a friend of mine, we run a group called That's My Daddy. So we help daddies get into their lives with the kids. So long story. So anyways, it's like a daddy father program that we run. It's a nonprofit, right? So we got a Facebook page, and in order for somebody to make a post on, because everybody make posts about doing proud stuff with their kids, stuff like that, spend time with the kids. So one guy made a post on there, and they got to be approved. So I approved it. I put click. I approved it, and it got in the post. So my guy hit me up. He's like, "Man, what's up?" I said, "What's up, man? What's up with you, man? Who is that? Who is that cat?" I was like, "I don't know, just some dude, right? Why did you approve that post?" Well, what you mean? Man, go back and watch it. So I went back and watched it. it was very inappropriate. But I didn't peep that the first time I seen it. I thought it was cool what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't, just in the midst of doing things, click, 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 boom, I approved it. So if I did that, and I'm just little old me, I'm just a sweet pea in a pot. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that he couldn't have made that same kind of mistake? You know what I'm saying? It's a mistake. Now, again, I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he didn't, because I'm not in his mind. But the point is, there is no proof. And so we look so hard. We looking so hard. We all focused over here, looking at him, trying to figure out what he's doing. In the meantime, in our peripheral vision, we shooting each other down in the streets. And I don't get it. We killing babies. We aborting babies. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on with us, but it's like, I think we like cuckoo or something. I don't, man. It don't make no sense to me, but that's what I think about that.
I'm going to read some of these comments because I have different watch parties going. So we're not getting every comment. So I'll take some from the live stream, but I'll also take some from the watch party. And I've had her on my show before. I like her because she's open-minded. But she said, I don't think Trump is racist, but I think a majority of his supporters are. I don't think if you have never been to a Trump rally, if you have never been to a function where you have a huge group of Trump supporters and one spot to judge, I don't think that you have any right to speak on it. You don't. I've been to Trump rallies. There was not a racist person in that room. In fact, they were so shocked to see me there that they gave me the royal fucking treatment. Seriously, I got to sit behind the president. Most people will say, well, they just want to show that there's blacks there. That's a negative mindset. I got a lot of people to interview me. The white people were like, oh my God, they offered us a seat and we didn't even have nowhere to sit. You want to sit down? Come over here and sit with us. Y'all got waters? So they're doing that just because I'm the token Negro?
People, yeah, that
don't make any sense. His supporters are racist. Have you been to a Trump rally?
Hey, Cortland, you got some stuff on your mind that you ain't saying, man. Hey, come on, man. You playing too low key. You acting like my guy, brother Ron, man. Hey, hold on.
You don't think people that support Trump was racist?
Say that again.
You don't think you don't think the majority of his supporters are racist? I'm not saying all of them are.
No, you can't. Let me call it, man. You listen. You can't find that many racists, man. Come on, man. Why do you think what are they doing? To prove that they racist? What's going on?
You can't find that many racists?
No.
You tell us. So you say you see.
You tell me where they at.
What experiences have you had with a Trump supporter that would lead you to say that? I will say that. So you can tell us that.
I ain't got no experiences with no Trump supporters.
Okay, hold on.
Except for y'all.
So you know that there are millions on top of millions of Trump supporters, right? And you ain't experienced no racism from none of them.
I don't talk to them. I only talk to y'all.
Who was them?
People that like gung ho like Trump supporters and stuff.
Like
I don't.
So
really
who do you support? Who you supporting this year? Yeah. Nobody. Oh, okay. So why you so mad at Trump?
I'm not mad.
I know it's coming.
If you are you upset? Okay, so do you think these things about Joe Biden? Are you that passionate to call Joe Biden a racist too? Did you talk to Joe Biden supporters?
I think Joe Biden might be racist for real.
I don't have a round of applause, but thanks.
So here's my question. You don't deal with Trump supporters, but you deal with Joe Biden supporters.
I don't do the presidential vote thing. That's not my thing.
I know, but that's not the question though. The question is, you said that you don't. I'm asking you. You said you don't deal with Trump supporters, right? Mm-hmm. But do you deal with Biden supporters?
Mm-mm. I'm not like a political type.
So that's a no, right?
Yeah,
so that's
correct.
That's a no.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have like hardly nobody you talk to, because I mean, most, I would say 90 something maybe 99% of people that either support one of the two.
No, I don't support either one.
No, I know. I'm saying you don't, but you said that you don't deal with nobody who support either one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you said. That's what you said. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how do you talk to people? How do you go to restaurants? Like, your interactions in life, because you got to run across somebody that support one of them too anywhere you go.
I mean, most of the time the political conversations don't come up in like conversations or whatever.
Right.
Most people like support Trump are like gung ho, like you can see the big ass Trump sticker or the MAGA hat or stuff like that.
Yeah, because they know the importance of not getting Joe Biden there. I'm sorry. Am I?
Go
She
ahead.
muted.
Is she muted? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I said, I don't have not one hat, no sign,
Oh, what happened?
no nothing. Don't, if you ask, we have to have that conversation, because I know that people can't talk politics.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you ask me, do I support Trump? You would never know.
Yeah.
I'm just a cool person.
So yes. So what's your stance, man? You like, you on the line. I think you are a low-key Trump supporter and don't want to tell us.
Oh, a little bit.
No, so I do not dislike Trump. That's not my thing, right?
Do you like him?
No, I don't like him, but I don't dislike him because I can't. The things that he's done does line up with
Like,
somebody that's a racist, in my opinion. Like all
what?
things from.
I know. Yeah, we should talk about these things, man, because people need to know. You know what I'm saying? Either we need to prove it to be true, or we need to prove it to be not true, so that people get an understanding. Because this is a way. This is what's lovely about this platform. We have the opportunity to talk to people and get real, the real story out there. You know what I'm saying? Instead of all this.
So even
stuff.
even the things from 67, not 67, but 73, when we talked about him not renting the black tenants, right? We don't know if they had the money or not. We knew they was on Section 8, but I know people that was on Section 8 that still was able to get, hotels like that. Whether it's money from friends or whether it's,
No, I thought you were talking about with Trump, the Trump Tower or whatever. Yeah. No, I misunderstood. You go ahead. My fault.
Whether it's people, whether it's money from friends or whether it's somebody else just trying to, help them out, or what if they were just trying to just get away and they got like a gift to stay there from somebody. We don't know. Only thing we know is that they was on Section 8, they was black. Trump said, nah, we not let you stay here.
I wouldn't have let them stay in my apartment either. I don't want them there.
Certain things bring down property value too.
Listen, bro.
You have to charge other people less.
Right. That's not. I don't think that's racist.
That's money out of his pocket.
I have a certain element that I want at Hot Mic. Best believe if Mia didn't bring that element, Mia wouldn't be here. She wouldn't. We started this together.
What element would bring the property value down?
I'll give you.
What about him did you like not want in the tower?
Okay, I'll give you an example. I went to the Blue. It's a hotel in Myrtle Beach. You look at it, I'm like, oh, this is a nice place. I paid over $1,000 to stay there. I get there. Most of them are black. I was not greeted. Anytime that I called to have some service, to my room because I needed something, I got attitude. One lady decided to hand me my bag like this and just hold it in front of my face. That's how you conduct yourself at work? And it's a lot of us. That attitude, I'm good. You don't got to work for me. You can go somewhere else. And a lot of black people bring that attitude just in life. They're very negative. And I can say that because I am in the community. I came from it. I know what it's like. I still got family that act like that.
Me and my friends talk about that all the time. We always talk about how it'd be funny. We'll be in the elevator. White person get in the elevator. Have a whole conversation with them. Learn who they mom, dad, brothers, who they stay with, all of that. Black people get in the elevator. Barely say hello. And we always make that. We always say that. It's always that way. It's not necessarily because we, it's just I don't know why are we so rude towards each other?
That's it.
Because
I'm gonna be honest with you.
we focusing on what Trump doing.
I do it to black and white people. I do it.
I mean, some people do it to anybody, but I'm just saying I've had more experiences where I can learn pretty much, like I say, a white person's whole life in 30 seconds on an elevator ride, and black people will barely look at you.
Just if you paid that much money to stay at a nice hotel for your vacation, and that's the type of treatment you got, would you? I had something to say. Oh, best believe I said something before I left. But would that not put you off? Like, damn, why are you acting like that?
So you think he didn't like rent to them because they had a bad attitude?
But no,
when you come in there stomping and saying that you don't want to rent to me because I'm black, yeah, I definitely don't want to rent to you now because you just came in here with a badass attitude.
Why do you think he didn't rent to him?
I'm thinking more he didn't rent to them. Like I said, just when I said certain things can bring down property value too. Yeah, attitude, like just how people take care of their home and stuff like that. All of that has something to do with it. If he rent to one person like that, then more people are going to think that they can come and rent like that. Everybody don't take care of their home the right way. Then on top of that, if he allowed them into the building and he only charges them a certain rate, eventually everybody else in that building is going to want a rate like that or something close to it. That's money out of his pocket. That's what I mean when I say it brings down value. Like eventually, after a while, Trump Towers ain't going to be like Trump Towers. It's going to be like staying at the Holiday Inn.
Can I ask a question?
I'm sorry, that was funny.
Tony, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
I want to make a comment. I want to ask a question.
Okay.
And this is no offense to none of us, but do y'all see how dumb we looking right now? Talking about renting an apartment.
Yeah. I'm just it's conversations.
I mean,
like
but sometimes you have to. You gotta explain.
I get it. So that was my comment. So now here's my question. Let's get down to what's real. You think the man is a racist, period. Let's just call it what it is and cut through the games. Let's talk about it. Give us your best shot. What's the best thing you can come with? The very best. Let's forget all this little stuff because this stuff is silly about apartments and all this old silly stuff.
But that's the thing. If you want to point out, if you want to call somebody a racist, right, and you want to point out one instance of them being a racist, right? Can you truly say that person is a racist?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Surely can.
You want me to? Yeah.
Joe Biden. I got a whole video for you.
Oh, I got that.
I understood.
Joe Biden created systemic racism. And this is when we can transition over into Black Lives Matter. Joe Biden and the Democratic Party created systemic racism. Period.
Talk on it. Speak on it.
I'll run the clip. The clip will speak. Can do so much better than me. Where's it at?
Wait, Sony, maybe you can tell me. And listen, I ain't trying to be funny. What is your stance, man? You're not really like you kind of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're saying.
About Trump?
Yeah, like about the whole thing. What is your? I mean, okay, so my stance is I don't believe the man is a racist, and I think black people need to quit saying that shit. Like that's my stance. Like, what is your stance?
My thing, I can't call him a racist, right? I literally can't call him a racist, right? But I could point out things that he's done in his past or things that he's done leading up to this point that are teetering on the line of a racist person, something that a racist person would do. So I guess my question is, and you're a grown man, I'm just saying, so what is your passion about trying to make him out to be a racist? Like, what is your point? What's going on? Because it's like worse people, you know what I'm saying? Like Joe Biden, why Trump? What are we doing here? I mean, he the president. That's what everybody talking about. So if you want to give your opinion on him, that's my opinion about the person that's running. You know what I'm saying? The things that he's done up to this point kind of teeter on a person that's racist.
Yeah, but you saying yourself like you playing safe. You saying, well, I can't say he racist. I don't have no proof. So why? I mean, I guess I'm trying to like say it without trying to make it seem like I'm trying to check you or nothing. Because who am I to check anybody? I mean, saying like, what is your?
Cortland's in the military. The same way my husband don't get on here and say how he really feels.
Oh, you in the
He
middle?
doesn't have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, okay. That's damn. You should have told me that, man. I get it. I get it now. Oh,
Before we move on, I'm going to address Miss Thomas because I don't like your divisive nature and your lack of understanding for what anybody is saying on here. And I'm going to remove you guys right quick. It's not weird for people to stand up for truth. It is not weird for people to want to be alarm clocks and wake our people up to the bullshit. I'm not going to sit around and let someone be called openly a racist when clearly he's not. If you want to talk about races, you need to direct your energy over to the Democrats. You need to direct your energy to the state level and the city level and ask what the fuck is going on. I'm sorry to curse, but your comments like really make my fucking blood boil because you're ignorant. And I mean ignorant in the sense of you lack education severely. Severely, bro. If you want to get on here and talk, please come in here and bring something constructive. Bring constructive criticism. Bring some education. But if I see a problem and I came from that element, I'm going to call it out. Period. Y'all don't like it because it's true. We're not talking about all black people. And I'm not about to sit here and pussyfoot around and say, I'm not talking about all black people when you clearly have common sense to know that I'm not speaking about all black people. I had to get that out. I'm sorry.
It's a weird comment because people was passionate as hell for like Obama when he was president.
Denitra wants some attention. You know what I'm saying? She wants some attention. Weird comment. Yeah, it is. Denitra.
Come on, bro. You got people to this day that still back the hell out of Obama. They even got a fucking picture of him in their house. Don't even know the man.
Yeah, Denitra needs some. She needs some attention. You know what I'm saying? And she needs some love. That's what she needs. She need a good man. You need a man, girl. You need a man.
Yeah. So let's I needed to address that. Now, I hope when you get out, I want you to come back on here and tell us what you think about Trump because I really want to know.
Well, okay. Can I speak for him? Can I speak for him, please?
Go ahead.
Let me try, bro. Now, I was over here like, damn, what's up with dude? But now that I know you're in the military, see my son in the military, and he'd be like, "Oh no, Dad, I ain't coming on your show." He said he ain't doing it. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he feel like Trump is a racist. You know what I'm saying? So he just kind of like leaving the comments out there, but he good because can't nobody say that. He said that. He didn't say that, but he feel like Trump is a racist. And I think that he is actually listening though. He got an open mind. And I think that he coming to realize that I might be tripping. He might be a little bit on the fence with that, but I don't believe that he really think that Trump is all out full blown racist. I don't believe that. I think that he was going with the majority. He was probably caught up in a little bit of group thinking. You know what I'm saying? But I think that when he get out the military, he'd better tell us, okay, man, you know what? Maybe I was tripping. What? Because this is basic common sense, man. Like can't nobody come up with nothing. I guess the other person that was supposed to come on ran. You know what I'm saying? And I know why they ran. Because they'd had to come right out with the shit. They probably not in the military. You know, I'm like, man, come on, man, say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? I like Black Lives Matter is a piece of shit. Joe Biden.
Speak on it. What's the other topic? You was talking about Black Lives Matter.
Who, me?
Corey,
yeah. I talk about
really
Black Lives Matter a lot.
I will tell you why. I'm going to pull up why as well. First, it's a feminist group, okay? And feminists hate men. Feminists hate men. So acting like I'm trying to stand up for black inequality for the police when 9 unarmed blacks have been shot this year. Last year was 14. Us as people blow that number out the water. So that's not where my focus is put on. They also want to disrupt the nuclear family, the families that you and I built, the family that Corey built, the family that Mia is going to build one day. Why do you want to disrupt that and then label it white supremacy?
And how could anybody, okay, since you're in the military, not you, but how could anybody support that, knowing that right there, just that right there?
Support Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to be careful about how you use Black Lives Matter, right?
Okay.
If you, because like anything, it could be used for good and it could be used for evil, right? Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, some of the people who like actually run Black Lives Matter, I don't agree with a lot of the things that they like say or like their views or whatever. But it's some people who use Black Lives Matter for like a more positive reason or more positive reason. But as like the organization, like the three people who like actually made Black Lives Matter, some of the stuff they be saying, I'm not with at all.
This is crazy. So as I'm looking, because I wanted to show you their about section and what they stand for. These women have actually gone in and completely erased that part where they say we come to disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family.
They finally caught on to us showing that.
They took it out, and I'm gonna show y'all. Everybody has seen this because I used to pull it up live on all my shows. Everybody has seen this, and now it's gone. Why?
Don't worry about it. I was smart enough to know that they was gonna do that. I think I got my screenshots. I'll send them to you.
Yeah, I definitely got a screenshot.
Oh, no, they took it out. This is completely different from what it used to look like.
Yeah, it's shorter.
Come on,
so they have a whole paragraph on what they plan on doing.
They just condemned it
up.
But we all know it's true though. So that's a dead. That's dead. We know it's there.
That's insane.
Black Lives Matter does not support black men, so I don't understand how anybody would support them. They don't care about black men. Period.
I got the answer for you because black people, we are emotional, and as soon as you say black, they put up the fist and they start with that.
But they forget about, because in the whole thing they said we're here for the children and the women. That's what they said.
And it's clear, but they use the word black, so everybody was down.
I hear that, and that's why I say it depends on like the people that's using it. So like the organization as a whole, like y'all said, they're not really for black people. But you got.
But with you knowing that you're smart, why not just create a whole new hashtag? Because Black Lives Matter, without that organization, there wouldn't be that hashtag.
Let me ask you something, Courtland. Who do Black Lives matter to?
They should matter to everybody.
No, but who do they matter to?
Good question,
who do
right?
They matter to?
Yeah, you see how long it's taking you to answer that question?
Nobody knows.
I'm really thinking about who they don't matter to.
No, but that's not the question. Who do they matter to?
I know who they don't.
For the most part, I hope they should matter to everybody.
I know, but see, now you're a smart man. We just went over that. The question is, who do Black Lives matter to?
No,
they matter to me.
Okay, who else? What group of people? What group of people do Black Lives matter to?
I don't know if they matter to
the fact that you can't say the black community.
I want to say it doesn't matter. No, you think everybody in the black community like value Black lives?
If you can't say ourselves, that would have been the answer.
No, that is not it's not like everybody.
It's not true. So right. So okay. So you got the answer right. The answer is to nobody. That's it. That's the real answer. Period. The shit's sad to say, but it's true. That's the real answer. So you have individuals that Black Lives Matter. Like I'm sure that I know I care about black people. That's why I don't support nobody who support race I'm sorry, abortion. Right. That's why if I'm going to advocate, I'm going to advocate for us, for the things that we're doing to each other. Right. That's why I got a group that supports black men bonding back with their children. And we're not trying to take people's kids and father them, because we know that the man is one of the most important pieces that he can have to the puzzle. So that's called Black Lives Matter to me. But my question was to you because I want to challenge your brain. And I knew the answer. I knew that you was going to fumble with that like anybody would. Like I would if somebody asked me that. Who do Black Lives matter to? It's sad to say, man. Nobody. No group of people, because we don't care. We, as a whole, black people do not. We don't matter to each other. That's why we're so quick to shoot a nigga in the back. This, that, all that rap we listen to, all that stuff we promote in the cars, all that stuff we buying is promoting, you know what I'm saying, violence and negativity into our communities. That's what we're doing to each other. So then here we are.
Like the majority of black people, it does matter to them.
I doubt that. If Black Lives Matter to the majority of the people, then we would be in a way much better situation than what we in now. Our communities to be way safer, our economic situation to be way better, everything around the board. It's impossible. It's impossible, man.
When you say
Do
the
you think that
organization
was like
movement
our
is
fault that
different.
our communicates? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't hear what you said. Go ahead and ask the question. Sorry.
I was asking you, like, do you think it's from our, like, do you think it was totally on us that our communities are like that?
What do you mean? Do I think it's totally on us? What do you mean by that? Elaborate on that.
Do you think it's black people's fault that their communities are like that?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
You
Why-
don't.
why
Okay, let's talk about that. Why? What do you believe?
I think is mostly because of the absence of fathers.
And how did the fathers get out? I know what you're gonna say, but come on, let's go. How did the fathers get out the houses?
Yeah,
How? What happened?
mass incarceration.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
okay, that's what you think. But
You
go
don't
ahead.
think that's what happened?
Oh, and
That's part of it.
that's not all. That's not the biggest part of the problem. It started back
What
when,
was the biggest problem?
the biggest
The
problem
New
is like giving the women the welfare checks and
The
Section
New
8
Deal.
and
That's all the New Deal
That's part
was.
of it too. Yeah.
and they sold us out. They sold us out. The women sold us out. That's what happened, bro.
Mhm.
And then the men baited up, you know what I'm saying, left and took their responsibilities. That's what happened. But that's all on us, because when it comes down to it, just because the government offered this stuff to these women, right?
I mean, they have to take it.
Thank you, baby girl.
High five, right?
That's right.
Right.
Damn.
You feel like that had a greater impact than mass incarceration?
Absolutely.
It definitely
Yes.
is.
Let me tell you why. I'm gonna elaborate on that. Because had that never happened, we'd have had a bigger bond, and people like Joe Biden probably wouldn't even been in office to write the bill that mass incarcerated black people.
Mhm.
You know, the guy, the one that all the other black people want to vote for, him, that guy, the one that gave that produced mass incarceration in our communities, but we still finna turn around and vote for him, and we want to call Trump a racist with no evidence, none, zero, zout, zero, none.
I'm gonna pull up some policy just
We
because
did
I want you to see
ourselves.
this. I want you to see this. And this is research, and I taught myself this because it's not taught in school. It's also not taught in a lot of black homes. We're not taught the truth.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
if he wants to know some of the truth, he can watch what we used to promote when we first started, the Uncle Tom film. It'll teach you a lot. I know that for a
You know
fact.
the
This is
truth.
how we can also say the New Deal was a big part, way before mass incarceration. Before the New Deal, black poverty was like below 14%. Okay, after the New Deal, it was above 77.
And when the New Deal was enacted, it stripped blacks' rights to work.
Where that other dude that was supposed to come with the Black Lives Matter stuff? I want to talk to him.
He's scared. He ran.
Say nothing.
He
So
already
you
said,
don't-
"I'm not
you don't
talking
think-
about you."
You don't think that mass incarceration had a greater impact on the
The New Deal was in place before the mass incarceration bill was in place. Way before. Like
okay.
10, 15 years before.
Longer than that.
Or it wasn't 20, yeah. Like,
And not
So
only
you-
that.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So you think the reason why black people were thriving, I guess, in the 50s and 60s is the time frame we're talking about?
Uh-huh.
we had our own. We were
Uh-huh.
together. We had more togetherness.
Right.
The
reason why
the employment was
why we were
up and all
together
of that.
was- right. The reason why we were together because of segregation, right? So
No.
we were forced. Wow.
No, it was not because of segregation.
You want to know? You want to know why we were together back then? I'm gonna help
Daddy
you.
was in the house.
I'm gonna help you with
Thank
this.
you. Family.
because the family was together. You know why the family was together? Because that's when black people lived by the order of God.
Family. That's when you
Amen.
live with your family.
And when we start removing God from our lives, things started falling apart. Because even though these women that the government that sold us out to the government, that's just the truth. I'm not trying to bash one, but it's real, right? When they did that,
Right.
like MIA said, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that, and we lost the order of God. That's what happened, man. That's what happened, right there.
It's like the idea of, oh, we don't really have to do anything. Government gonna give it to us. Just get daddy out of the house.
He looks
Okay.
like he's
That's
like,
crazy.
man, I can't believe it. Y'all think this is black people.
That is crazy.
It
It's not
happened.
crazy. I get it.
It
It's not
happened. There
crazy.
were loads of black people going to the unemployment office to get that check. As long
me-
as daddy was in the office.
Okay,
So
let me
you
How?
don't think segregation had nothing to do with it because we were forced to be together. Segregation
They-
forced
what-
everybody.
did
How
we
do
want-
you
right?
explain before segregation? So
It doesn't
before
matter if
together-
we wanted to be together or not. Segregation forced us together, whether we wanted to be together
No,
or not.
we were together when they were catching us. Quote unquote catching us.
I got a question for you. So the
Go
only
ahead.
way, so you insinuating that the only way that we can do better is if white people force us to be together.
We gotta force ourselves.
No,
That's the
but
thing.
we didn't. You said we was forced to be together. That's what you said. You said that, not me,
Yes.
right? So who forced us to be together?
Segregation was segregation.
Who forced us to be together?
Yes.
Who?
I guess you could say white people. Yeah.
Right. So you insinuating that the only reason we was doing good at that time is because we was forced to be together,
We
right?
didn't know
Yes,
family before white people.
we were buying black. We're investing in each other.
Because
we were
we forced to be together, right? Okay.
Yes,
So
100%.
what you just told me is that we need white people in order for us to get our shit together.
We didn't know family before
I
white
don't
people.
think we need white people to get us together. I feel like we can do it ourselves, but we still haven't went to that point yet.
Right. So who fault is that?
Who fault is it now?
I
It's
mean,
a combination of. I didn't say it was direct.
you just said, hold on.
because
You
of white
just said,
people.
you just said first you said that the only reason why we was doing good is because we was forced to be together by white people. That's what you
That
said.
is part of
That's
it.
what you just said. Okay. Then you said, so then I said, well, wait a minute. So are you insinuating that in order for us to get our shit together, that white people have to force us together? So we need white people. And you said no, because you don't want to admit that part. But then you said that no, we have to do it on our own. And I said, okay, then. So then if we can do this shit on our own, then and we don't, then whose fault is that? The white people or our own?
It's us. At this
Right.
point, it's us.
So it's us. Yeah. Okay. So we're getting somewhere. So it's us. So why are we talking about white people when it comes to us getting our shit together? I wish the other guy was here so he can talk freely, because like talking with him is kind of unfair because he can always use the excuse to say, well, I can't say this and say that because I'm in the military. You understand what I'm saying? So it's an unproductive conversation.
I'm gonna bring Marlon on. Marlon just hopped in. Marlon is my big bro.
Okay, take me out. I'm out of here. I'm gone.
I'm back.
Marlon, what's up, man?
I'm back.
Hey man, smile, man. Smile.
No, ain't nothing to smile about right now.
Uh-oh.
So let me explain something about what the difference is between now and back when we thrived. We thrived because we remembered what we came from. And we were not going to go back there. We were going to make a way forward regardless of what happened. The resolve in the Black American is lost. The instant that Lyndon Johnson made that deal with us and started putting in front of us things to limit our action and just gave us shit, we were done trying. The few that did make it out were the ones that never lost their resolve. We started losing fathers, wasn't because of mass incarceration from doing nothing. We took the easy route. We got to start understanding that this shit is from us. We decided to do this. If a white man came up and gave you a gun, don't shake your head at, I'm talking to you specifically. If a white man came and gave you a gun and said, go shoot somebody, would you do it? Or would you choose for yourself and say, no, that's stupid. I'm not shooting nobody for you. Do you have that choice, or is someone forcing you to shoot somebody? We like to take all the responsibility out of shit. It is a responsibility. People decided to do this nonsense. We got to start understanding that we decided to do this. Are black people that retarded that we just get handed shit and we just go do it because? No, man. Don't look. If you're gonna blame white people for stuff, blame them for stuff they force you to do. White people did not force black people to sell drugs. They didn't force them to start a gang. They didn't force them to kill each other. Black people chose to do that shit for themselves. Nobody else made you do that.
So the government didn't put crack in black neighborhoods.
Did you choose? Did you fucking choose?
If you don't have any other choice, what are you gonna do? You
have no choice. You can't say no. Is no not a word in your vocabulary? Is word not a word in your? Is no not a word in your vocabulary?
You gonna either live or die, right?
Die then, die free. Then you die free. That's what the slaves did.
Ain't got that mindset.
That's exactly. Then it's not the white man's fault. It is not the white man's fault that you don't have that mindset. Don't hand the white man your responsibility, bro. You decided not to do shit. It is not the white man that got into your head and started planting some sort of drone in there and decide for you. If I come to you with a gun and I say, shoot your brother or die, you should love your brother enough to say, then kill me. If you don't have that resolve, you cannot blame the white man. That is on you and you alone. There's a mantra, live free or die. It's not die in bondage, it's live free or die.
So you don't think mass incarceration had nothing to do with it?
It does not matter. You choose to commit the crime. Are you not getting this?
Half of
what?
The time they didn't do crimes.
Come on, man. Don't do
half the time they didn't commit crime. They just went around and arrested black folk because you name me one incident that happened. Name one. Name one. I'm gonna wait because I know you ain't gonna find it.
Hold on. He might can come up with one. He might one.
I'm gonna bet your ass you can't find one incident where a black dude just walking down the street, they arrest him, and they put him in jail, and then they multiply that by 5,000. I'm gonna bet your ass you can't find it because it doesn't exist. The black male and the black female do stuff because they choose to.
Send me is he on Facebook?
Yeah, that's Marlon. You can look him up on Facebook.
Okay. I'm gonna send you the FBI documents.
Please do, because I want to see how many people get mass incarcerated for doing jack shit.
How many?
I want to see that number. I want to see that. And I'm talking about not just back then, but today. Today. You tell me. I'm talking about overall. Today, do you have the choice? Do you have the choice? Let's talk about today for an instance. You tell me, do you have the choice today to do drugs, sell drugs, and shoot your brother, or do you have the choice to move forward?
No, that's why he in a white man military, because they racist.
No, I want to know. Do you have the choice?
Do I have the choice of what?
Man, you ain't even listening to what I'm saying. Do you have the choice to shoot your... Listen, I'm going to break it down real slow then, right, since I got to talk slow. No. I'm going to break it down slow because I want your answer now. You're not going to dodge this one. I'm not the dodgeable type. I'm a heat seeker missile. I will find your ass. I will find you. If you are given the choice today, to shoot your brother by a white man and hand it to you drugs and say, sell it, do you have the choice today to tell him no?
Yes.
And if you choose no, is he going to kill you and get away with it?
Is he?
Yes.
It's possible.
Oh, you mean like the thousands of gang members? Hold on. You mean like the thousands of gang members that do it to their brothers all the time and get away with it because we don't want to sell Pookie out? Huh?
Yeah.
You don't want to sell Rary out because he your cousin. No, he your cousin. You can't sell your cousin out. He shoots somebody, but you can't sell him out.
Marlon.
That happens.
No, because it's bullshit then. Don't blame the white man. Don't hand me that nonsense. No white man is going around shooting anybody in a drive-by. You know how many gang members, Bloods and Crips, go around shooting each other? Nobody's turning him in because that's their cousin. That's their brother. I can't turn my brother in. But they go around and they do a drive-by in a neighborhood. A little kid's in a house and she gets shot in the head. Now you have a little girl dead and nobody, not one nigga gonna talk about it. Not one. Right?
I agree with
But that's
that.
okay because a white man gave me this problem. That is bullshit and you know it. You have a choice.
I don't think that it's not that people don't talk about it. I think that it's just like we don't like control the media, right? So it's the media that puts the story out.
You know what? You're gonna stay in your you stay in your victimhood mindset. You stay in your excuses. You continue that and see how well it does you. All right? You encourage that bullshit among your people and keep telling them it's because of this and because of that and because of this and because of that. Keep handing them excuses. That's another form of brain welfare. You want to hand them brain welfare? Feel free. As for me, people like Sunni, no. As for me and Sunni, we don't gonna hand nobody out no brain welfare. You have a damn choice.
How can we push that narrative? How do we have like control over
You don't live. You don't have a mouth. You don't have a mouth. You got a mouth on you, don't you?
Yes.
Do you talk bullshit with your friends? Do you? Every black person's mouth is fucking big. You ever talk to a black person?
No, we're talking about the voice is big, right?
You live in the neighborhood. That's as big as you need. You live in the neighborhood. That is as big as you need. Start small. You don't eat an elephant whole. You don't eat an elephant whole.
Are you gonna let me speak, or are you just gonna talk?
I really don't want to because you're probably gonna be talking a bunch of bullshit. But I'll let you.
Okay. So if I start something, right? If I speak, my voice can only reach so far, right? Because I'm not well known. I don't have a big following.
Come on, man. You need to stop that, man. Come on, man.
Huh?
Come on, man. Let's be real, man. It's like we bullshitted long enough, man. Come on, man. Please.
You know what? You know what, bro?
You don't think that's a real thing?
No, you talking.
You know what? Hear me out. Hear me out. What did evangelists do back in the day when they didn't have Twitter?
Footwork.
What did evangelists do?
Footwork.
Yeah, what did they do? They went door to door to door to door. You know why you won't do that today? Because your black asses are lazy as hell. You don't want to go door to door. You know why you can't go door to door too? You don't know what's going to meet you behind that door. It might be one of them Pookie friends that are going to shoot your black ass right when he sees you. Right? You can't go door to door in the ghetto.
Like Christianity, like the number one
religion
that has like the
They use their feet and their mouths, bro. They use their feet and mouths.
They have a big following, like I said.
What the hell is wrong with this, bro?
No,
look, you know what?
Like that rapper. What's that rapper name? Manilow? What's that boy?
I'm gonna tell you this, right? You're gonna have a hell of a time trying to convince this man to get out of his own way. And he's gonna have a hell of a time telling the rest of his people to get out of their way. And that's the problem. That is the problem with Black America.
You didn't even try to listen to anything that I said.
Because you're talking bullshit, bro.
Okay.
You're talking bullshit. You keep going around in circles
in your head, and you're not even like letting me explain. Soon as
you tell me, you have yet to tell me. You have yet to answer my question. You can't even answer my question. I must listen to you.
I tried to answer your question. You wouldn't let me.
How? How did you try to answer my question?
If I'm telling you that my voice isn't big, and I'm explaining to you somebody whose voice is bigger than mine, and they have a greater opportunity to push a narrative like that or push issues like that, right? I'm not saying that I don't. I'm not saying that I won't. I'm saying that even when I do push things like that, right, that only goes so far with somebody whose voice is bigger than mine.
But you're pushing negativity right now. You pushing that.
So what do you do? Just don't? You just don't then? Because your voice is too small, you just don't? How do you think my voice got big?
I don't know. Like, I never heard of you until just now. So is your voice
big? How did you know about me now? How do you know about me now? What do you think I did?
Point you on.
What do you think I did to get in front of Sunni? I opened my mouth and spoke the damn truth.
Right.
If you keep thinking I don't have the platform, I don't have this, I don't have that, I'm not big enough, you will never get big enough. And therein lies the problem with Black America. They think they need to start big and get bigger. You start small. You start where you are and move up. Which is why Black America is stuck in the hole they're in, because they don't want to move with the small shit. They want to all of a sudden get big. You can't start there.
The issue is not starting and getting bigger, right? The issue is being able to push an issue and get it out to where it's as big as something like white cop shoots a black person. Right?
All you gotta do is talk about it.
That, and that's going to go crazy, right?
All you gotta
Hold
do
on,
is talk
let me-
about it.
Hold
I'm
on.
an advocate for that.
Can
My
I-
friends,
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm itching right now to say something.
Before you go, Corey, and after me is done, I'm going to say something. Go ahead, me.
am I going?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I mean, I can say like all you gotta do is talk. Like honestly, my page, there's a reason why we do this from Sunni's page, okay? My friends ain't trying to hear this mess. They just aren't. But the group, my circle, every now and then they know what I do, so they start conversation with me. I start to see it stick. They start posting little stuff on their page. They start noticing stuff. It starts small. All you gotta do is talk. Jehovah's Witness. That everybody ain't trying to hear what Jehovah's Witness say, but somebody gonna open that door and listen to them.
And you start you're saying, okay, I don't have a big enough platform. Like nothing I say really matters because it ain't gonna get out to the masses.
It's not that it doesn't matter, right? If I have a mass shooting right here in my neighborhood, right, 100 black people get killed, right, and I put that out there and continue to put that out there, right, it's not going to reach far enough right now, so it's going to keep happening. It's not going to reach there until my voice gets big enough. We're talking about right now.
I started out with 0 likes. You were my friend before my page blew up. You were my friend.
We used to have 10 viewers. We would have no more than 10 viewers.
Do you know how many views I get after every show? And I started this in April. It's only September.
Don't take much. Just talk about it. If you're serious about it, you talk about it.
If you want to talk about it and it's passionate to you, it won't matter. Okay, well, it's not going to reach for so many people. That won't matter. If the truth is the truth. Go ahead, Corey.
I ain't gonna stop. I'm hungry. Okay, I want to say something. First of all, y'all went for the deflection. You see how he deflected it real quick? Quick. Boom. He deflected it. Here's why he deflected it. Because I was being, again, and Marlon keep telling me this, I was being too damn nice. I was being too nice. I'm trying to talk to the guy, right? And he's sitting over there. So you don't think that and so when Marlon got on his ass, you know what I'm saying, then now he started talking. So then he said, oh shit, they got me in the corner, so I'm gonna deflect the whole thing to I don't have a big enough platform. But the whole point is, even if you did have a platform, it's a good thing you don't have one, because you would be speaking that same ignorant shit that you're speaking right now. So you saying that you don't have a platform, but even if you did, what would you tell them? Would you tell them that Trump is a racist? Would you tell them that Black Lives Matter is productive? Would you tell them that it's the white man's fault? This is the things that you'd be saying, because that's what you're saying now. So we missed the whole point here about your platform. Even if you did have one, you're not gonna speak nothing good into it. You're gonna speak negativity into it.
I didn't say that everything about Black Lives Matter was productive.
They ain't nothing about them productive. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. Okay. Name one thing.
Look,
what they do with
Black Lives Matter. This is what
Black Lives Matter. What did they do with the 100 million they made?
Hold on. What now? Say again,
sir.
What did they do with the 100 million they made?
The 100.
Yeah, the 100 million they made from donations. What did BLM do with that money?
I don't know. What did they do with the money?
Well, if you don't know, then it didn't come to you, did it? You a Black life, and they don't give the two shits about you. They didn't give you no money. $100 million bucks.
So why?
100 million. Hold on. How many black people in America? How many black people? They say about 40 million.
44.
Right? So about 44 million people. Even if we said we have uncounted black people, so we have 60 million black people, they made $100 million. If they gave every black person in America $1 million, we would be out of poverty and rolling high. They made $100 million last year alone. 100 million. I want you to focus on that number. And not a single Negro has seen hide nor hair of that money. You tell me whether they're a good organization or not. Go ahead, you tell me. Based on that, you tell me.
I just read a comment. Come on, go ahead, Corey.
I've before that. I've already said this in the beginning. The organization as a whole, it's not something that I agree with. I said
so
that.
do you denounce the organization? Do you denounce the Black Lives Matter organization? Let's get on some real shit now. Yes or no?
I'm not with the organization. The people that organize it, that is not something
you're not answering the question because you're scared.
I cannot completely.
Do you
I cannot
denounce?
completely. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let him answer. Do you denounce it? Yes or no? That's it.
I can't completely denounce the Black Lives
Okay,
Matter
so no,
movement
you don't
because
denounce it.
they still bring light to issues that we're facing.
Name one.
No.
Name one. Hold on.
One issue.
Name one. Name one.
You don't
One.
think-
Just one.
No. Not none.
Brutality isn't one.
Nope.
You.
Negative.
We asking you. Name one.
Police brutality is one.
Nope.
They don't bring any attention to that. They want black men dead.
Right. So
She
you're talking
said-
about the three women again, right? But there's other people that support the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm not talking about
Without them three women, there would be no Black Lives Matter.
Okay. I'm
So
not talking
name-
specifically
They are the
about these
organization.
three-
One thing good that Black Lives Matter did for Black people. We waiting.
that brought light to civil injustice.
So
No.
People not getting their civil rights.
So you needed Black Lives Matter.
They painted a bureau.
You
Say
needed
what?
Black Lives Matter. You needed
I
Black Lives Matter.
want to address this really quick. Cortland
Sex changes. What's up?
is a friend on Facebook. I'm not going to put him in a situation where he's being disrespected. This is constructive conversation. Everybody here is
not
passionate
bad.
about that. Thank you. And thank you for saying that because the comments are coming in and you guys need to grow a set. Grow a
It's
fucking
not
pair
bad,
of
bro.
balls,
Like,
bro. Chill
Right,
out.
nobody's picking on him.
what's
Nobody's
wrong with y'all,
picking
bro? It's
on
not
him.
bad.
Nobody is picking on him.
It's not 3 against 1. We're all black people here. Come on. That comment is the reason for the fucking divide.
Well, what happened?
We love him. We all sitting here talking to him because we love this dude,
Rude
and I want to
comments.
hear his perspective. Come on, stop, bro.
What happened? What happened? What happened?
People,
I
I guess
don't like
they think,
that
they think
sensitive
that like
shit,
y'all-
bro.
they think that y'all like ganging up on me or
Yeah,
trying to like disrespect me. Like it's not
No.
a disrespectful
bro.
conversation. Like nobody's like demeaning anybody. It's actually what they're doing is for people that are listening. They got somebody who thinks a certain way, right? And they feel strongly enough about a position that they feel like, okay, let me give you the evidence of this, and this, and this, and this.
There
You're
you
wrong
go.
because of this, and this, and this. We're probably more right because of this, and this. And that's simple. That's the only thing that's going on. Like we ain't talking shit. I ain't say anything about nobody weight. My man.
Thank
talking
you.
about
Ain't
weight
nobody talking
when
about
he
nobody
came on.
mama.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about
Yeah.
kids and nothing
Come
like
on,
that. Like,
bro.
come on.
I can't stand that sensitive shit. We can get back on topic, but I can't stand that.
So
I don't like that shit, bro.
So let me ask you a question, man. Why won't you denounce Black Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter organization, even though you know all this stuff about them? You will not denounce them.
I think they've done some things that are good. So like, not them. I can't say that.
But see, you deflecting again. We talking specifically about Black Lives Matter, the organization. We're not talking about the statement, because if we want to go with the statement, we can say White Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter, Hispanic, like all that. So we can skip past that because that's kindergarten stuff.
Okay, cool.
We talking about the organization, Black Lives Matter. The organization, and not the nonprofit organization either. The organization, Black Lives Matter. Do you agree with what they're doing?
I don't agree with it.
So do you denounce the organization?
I would say if you put it that way, I would say I denounce the Black Lives Matter organization.
Yes, high five.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you need a round of applause.
Yes, do it.
Oh,
There you go.
That's really what we're trying to get people to see. This organization does not give a crap about black men or black people. They
I
don't.
don't think I ever really I never really agreed with like the stuff that they was doing, like the actual organization. But I feel like Black Lives Matter, like the hashtag. Like,
Do you feel like White Lives
people
Matter?
use it for good. I feel like
Do white
Go
lives?
ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
White lives can't matter.
I can't.
Okay, now
Start with an A.
I can't say.
Can I please, and I'm gonna quit talking so much. I know I probably did most of it. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. But I want to ask a question. Do you see how hard it was for you to say white lives? You still ain't said it. White lives matter, and you know why? Watch this. Because you're a racist. You're a racist. You are a racist, bro. You are a racist. Because let me prove it to you. If somebody got on TV right on, ask Donald Trump, do Black Lives Matter? And he say, what you gonna say? He's a racist. So what's up with the double standard? You're a racist.
I didn't want to say all lives matter.
No, I didn't ask you that.
I didn't want to say
That's
all
what was
lives
coming
matter.
though.
That was what's coming. I wanted to say all
Go
lives
ahead and
matter, but I couldn't say that.
I asked you, do white lives matter? And you was like, you're a racist, man. You need to check yourself, man.
Because I was about to say all lives matter. Do I think white lives matter? Yes. Of course,
Okay.
white lives matter. Yes. I caught myself from saying all lives matter.
That was a good one, though. You good. You good in political. I respect that. So why don't all lives matter?
I'm not saying that all lives don't matter. I'm saying I don't want to take away from the Black Lives Matter movement.
It's not taking away, it's adding.
And you bet. Listen. Think about this. The stuff that you're saying right now. If a white man said, you're gonna say he racist. You're racist.
Why?
Well, the same reason why you would say Trump is racist for saying if somebody asks him, do Black Lives Matter, he say.
So
why?
if somebody says like black power, right? Black power to the people, right?
Uh-huh.
And somebody says, well, what about Latino power? Or what about Indian power? What about Asian power? Stuff like that,
they
right?
matter. They got power too.
And they probably do.
But still, it's taken away from the movement, like the focus of what we're trying to do, right?
So-
We're trying to.
Dude, come on, man.
I don't see how.
Are you serious, man?
Because
You
what's
don't
the
think that
difference between an Asian life and a black life? What's the difference?
It
They
does.
lie.
He right. I'm gonna agree with him. It does take away from it if you're a racist.
You don't
That's
think
what I'm
it
saying.
takes
They're
away
both
from-
lies.
If we're trying to shed light, right, on the civil injustice of black people, right, and,
Of the-
and the way we're doing,
But that's BS though.
if
That ain't true.
for you it's BS, for other people it's not BS.
Hold on.
But I'm sorry, that's emotions.
What did you say again?
If we're trying to, if we're trying to shed light on civil injustice of black people, right,
Okay.
and a way we do that is saying Black Lives Matter.
Come on, man. That's
And then
stupid as
somebody
hell.
said,
You think because we say Black Lives Matter, that's gonna fix something?
No.
Have it fixed
It is-
anything?
it started conversations like these.
Well, we need to have some more productive conversations because you're not. Listen, man. Listen. I mean,
You don't think Black Lives
No, I'm
Matter
kind of
is a-
mad at you. You tricked me. You tricked me, but you did good when you was off in the corner. Like, well, what you saying? You had me. You really couldn't talk. You tricked me. Merlin bought it out of your ass. Now it's time to have some real conversations, man.
Go ahead.
Okay. So you think that saying Black Lives Matter is going to fix anything?
I'm not saying it's going to.
So you said
Black Lives Matter. Oh, it's going to be fixed. But Black Lives Matter.
Oh, okay,
is a vehicle that helps
listen.
things along.
So the first thing that we need to do, if Black Lives Matter, the first thing we need to do is we need to show people
That
that
Black Lives Matter.
know that Black Lives Matter. We're failing to do that, bruh. And I'm not trying to jump on and again, I'm not trying to look down on nobody because I used to be that stupid ass nigga,
Yep.
just like how you now. And no offense. I used to be that guy sitting there looking stupid as hell, saying that same dumb shit. You know, but what I'm just saying though, this is what we working with, dog. We got to do this. This is what we got. Listen, man. And even if you did, you don't have to go killing nobody. You don't have to kick nobody's doors and shoot no black people. You don't have to do no white people, nobody. You have to do that shit. Get your money, go buy your house, and live your life. All this other stuff is excuses, man. And you want to keep talking dumb, and you tricked me. You did. You tricked me, man. You had me thinking you really couldn't talk because you were in the Secret Service or something. You was over there. Had me fooled. You know what I'm saying? And the whole
Y'all was talking about Trump. I actually couldn't talk.
the whole thing was you didn't want to talk because you knew what you were saying do not make sense. And you do not have right now, you do not have enough courage to denounce Black Lives Matter, It took you a minute, but you did.
thought I did.
You do not have the courage to stand up against your friends and tell them what's right and tell them what's true. You do not have the courage to push positivity into your community because you're going to be deemed flaky or a sellout or a coon. And so you want to sit back there and keep talking silly, but you know you not. There's no way you pass the military test and you don't have enough sense to understand what we're saying, man. There's no way. It's impossible. You do not believe stuff, man.
What part of what I said was silly or
everything that came out of your mouth except for when you said you denounced the Black Lives Matter. You gave all these dumbass reasons why you think Trump is a racist. You wouldn't stick to saying if he is or not. I understand that part. You say you can't because you're in the military. So I really don't know. It was really an unfair conversation. Then you blaming everything on white people. You wouldn't say that white lives matter. You hesitated. You know what I'm saying? But then if Trump do that, you'd have been saying, so you don't think he racist because he wouldn't say that all Black lives matter? You see what you're doing, man?
I told you I was trying to keep myself from saying all lives matter.
Why? Why? For what? Tell me why.
I just said I didn't want to take away from a lot of things that come with like Black Lives Matter.
Backlash.
When people say
backlash.
like the Black Lives,
you want the backlash. I got it. My fault. I get it.
The thing with Black Lives, when people say Black Lives Matter, a lot of times the followers is the All Lives Matter, right? Mm-hmm. And that takes away from the Black Lives Matter movement.
Y'all notice that supporting Black Lives Matters is kind of like being in the gang. Like, you can't say certain stuff. You got to act a certain way.
Oh,
So,
yeah. My fault, MIA. Where you been, girl? Where you been? All this time you've been hiding.
Okay,
I messed around, almost took your spot because me and Sony done got cool.
Can I ask a question then? Can I ask a quick question? I get heated, sorry, because I'm very passionate about the Black people. I'm very passionate about Black people. Okay, and a lot of people have accused me in the past of I'm not from here, and that's why you don't know the struggle. That didn't stop me from being born Black. I'm sorry. So when I hear the issues being raised, and I grew up poor, I grew up without stuff, and I grew up knowing what the meaning of hard work and having to choose between doing drugs and going and joining a gang and deciding not to. So I know the struggle. My question is this: why is it so difficult for us as a race, and it's not really a race, us as the pigment, to accept that 90% of our issue lie within us? Why is it so difficult for us to just start at home? And I don't mean in the house, but with our community in general. We want to put an outsourced issue. We want to put an outsourced reason. So it's like this: if tomorrow I get up and I have no power in my house, and I decide, then I guess I have no power, then I can't do nothing. I have two choices. I could live in darkness. I could live in darkness, or I can get out and drive my car to PUD and say, hey, why don't I have power? And try and fix the problem. I have two choices at that point. I can live without power and start blaming people because I didn't have power and whatever else. And it could be I didn't pay the bill. It could be something as simple as that, something I could fix, or it could be a transformer went out. But I won't know if I just sit at home and blame everybody from the comfort of my dark home. I'll stay in darkness. I think us as a community, we got to stop living in this place that we think people put us and find the reasons why we could go forward. It does not lie in BLM. Nothing about BLM is helping. Like I told you, I'm just going to go from the base of money. If BLM was about stopping the brutality and being confined to a ghetto, they could have used that money that they made and not contributed to a party, which they did, almost half of their money, and given it to every Black person, not just household. Every Black person would have had $1 million in their bank account, and you would have seen Black infrastructure go up. You'd see Black business ownership. That one dude's waiting to have his shoe line. He would have had $1 million to invest in it. That one lady's trying to make the rent for the next. She could have gone and buy a house in a different place and abandoned the projects altogether. They didn't do that. And so when I hear stuff like, well, if I don't say all lives matter, then if you don't be inclusive with all lives, you're just promoting segregation. If I live, I have to live in unity with all people. which means all lives do matter. But if I just keep it within just Black Lives Matter, I'm promoting the one thing that kept us in the dark for almost 400 years. Why would you want to promote that mindset over and over instead of trying to tell everybody, look, I know we might be seeming like we're getting damaged, but we have a choice. Every day we get up, we have a choice. Every Black kid that gets up in the morning to go to school, he has a choice to put himself and apply himself to school. Every mother that gets up and go to work, if you have to work 2 jobs, so be it. Work your 2 jobs. But if you're not getting help from the one people that say they're supposed to be for you, then I'm sorry, I can't get behind them. I just can't.
That's a good
You
breakdown.
tell
man.
me how I should get behind BLM. Why should I get behind them if they're not going to help me out? I could use that $1 million for shit. I could damn sure use $1 million right now.
Leave.
But they have it hoarded. They have it hoarded in their stash. They have it all for themselves, and I don't see none of it. And you don't see none of it.
I think we need to. I think that we need to organize something, some kind of group, and take donations like they did, and see if we can get $1 million and for real, and get $1 million for every Black person. That's a hell of a way to put that, Merlin.
Yeah.
How about we try to pull that off and get everybody $1 million and see what happens?
I'm down.
We can do that.
I'm serious, man. That's something that we need to really get together and get some people together and really try to pull that off. Okay, forget it. $500,000. You know what I'm saying? We need to figure that out, because if they made that kind of money, man, why can't people come together and do it? And then they're going to reparations. Now the government ain't got to give us nothing. Let's do it. But
And I bet white people gave most of that money. I'm going to bet you white people gave most of that money.
you better know it. That's crazy, man. And then we run around here talking about Black Lives Matter, man. We so Zuzu, but dude, I know that he listening. Like, I know he listening for real, because I see his face. He get it. He just needed somebody to give it to him in a raw. And that's where, Merlin, I commend what you do, because you come in.
Hey, I need to say that, bro. I wasn't trying to come at you directly, okay? But the mindset that you have is what a lot of people. And I just make sure we know that, because I don't like leaving conversations with people not knowing that my heart is not against people. I don't listen to people like DeAndre who just talk shit and don't have nothing to back it up. I want you to know, specifically you directly, that when I say things, and like Corey said, when you hear me, you hear exactly where I'm coming from. So I don't want no guesswork. But sometimes, and I admit this, sometimes I can be too emotionally raw.
I take it as
And
love,
I can say stuff, but it's not directed at you.
I feel like if
Yeah,
you
it's
love
not directed
somebody,
at you directly.
Because
I
we
feel
do.
like if you love somebody, you're gonna be passionate about it.
And I say that all the time, don't I?
If you didn't
We
care,
love
you
that.
wouldn't even be on here.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Thank you.
That's right. So now, but Anna, can I ask you a question, man? And this ain't me trying to jump you on the spot. Do you at least do something differently? You know what I'm saying, than what you did before you came on here?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Good. That's what that made. That's a win-win, man.
That's what that's why me and MIA started this.
Really.
Seriously.
Why? Just to get people to think a little differently. You ain't gotta agree with everything, but be like, they might be going somewhere with it.
But Suni, I'm mad at MIA. I'm mad at her.
Why?
Because you should have been, all these shows that I did with Suni.
I know. I apologize. Family in school. I be busy.
I get it. I'm just messing with you. But no, long as you learn.
What's the top 3 issues facing the Black community?
Okay, who you want to go first? I think
I want you to go first. Go ahead. Go.
Okay, fatherlessness, the lack of accountability, and culture.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain the culture thing?
We don't have a culture of positivity. Just if you look at our music, if you look how we talk about women, how we don't value men, how men are okay being weak and bitches. I'm just gonna say it. In my home, in many other homes, education was not pushed. I wish I would have took different avenues. I wish my mother would have taught me. I wish my mom would have taught me a lot more and prepared me for actual life, and not to take on this victimhood mentality, which is what I had. Somebody owes me something. That's what I mean by culture.
The absence of the father in the family, Well, I should have said this first. The absence of God
Amen. Sorry I had to
Yes,
say that.
amen.
and self-hate.
Yeah.
That's it, man. If we put those back into the black family, everybody's gonna win. Everybody's gonna win. In fact, I believe that in today, right here today, that is not only the problem for us as black people, it's a problem for white people too. And it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger for them too. So they need to get that fixed too. We need to get that fixed. And we got to put God first. Until we do that, none of this stuff is gonna hold water. None of it.
Right.
And that's just
Personal
something.
responsibility is another big one too.
What's that, Martin?
You gotta put personal responsibility in there.
Yeah.
I think
She said
the other two are
accountability.
huge. Yeah, you have to be able to hold yourself on your own feet to the fire, because if you don't do that, you will never be able to fix the things you do wrong
If you
without
can't
blaming
check yourself,
somebody for the reasons.
Mm-hmm.
check yourself, you'll never like who else who can check you? You can't check. You can't be honest with yourself about what you need to fix, what you need to change. We've all had the moments where we'd be like, I'm not happy with what's going on right now. So what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
What about
You got to look at
Nehemiah?
yourself.
Hey, what's the
Denitra, you a divider. What's wrong with what the hell is wrong with her?
She's bored. Okay. And she's the troll in the room. We don't feed the trolls underneath the bridge. You don't get no attention from me. I'm only putting your comments up so people can see how stupid you are. Have fun.
She's a killer. You forgot. She's a big killer.
Where did Cortland go? We lost him. Hopefully he comes
Yeah,
back.
man.
He had enough of me. He was done with me. He's like, that dude needs to shut up.
No, but I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Cortland ain't no dummy.
No,
Cortland,
he's not.
No,
he see what's going on and he feel it. But you got to realize too that Cortland seemed to be pretty young still, and he's under a lot of pressure by his peers. You know what I'm saying? And I get that, because now he's gonna be a sellout. He's gonna be this. He's gonna be that. So he just got to get come up out of that. You know what I'm saying? Once he'll be all right.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm just getting past that whole fear. I mean, like honestly, when we first started this podcast, she was like, "Yeah, let's start this podcast," and I was like, "Okay, let's do it." She was like, "So, who page you gonna do it from?" I was like, "Your page." Immediately, your page. Because I'm gonna tell y'all the very first time I outright, because pretty much from the first time we started this podcast, they've been directing all the slurs at her. The very first time I got one directed at me and I was by myself and my lonely, it hurt my feelings,
Yeah.
It really did. I got called a coon. I was like, then I thought about it and I was just like, you know what? I'm doing something right. My sister would be proud of me.
Embrace it. I told Corey I'm making shirts for us. I'm gonna make you some shirt, and they're gonna have every slur that they've ever called us all over the shirt.
Candace Owens.
And I'm gonna send it to each of you. I'm gonna send you a nice shirt with the word coon on it, house Negro, Uncle Tom, all of it, all over the shirt. And on the back it'll say embrace it. That's just embrace it.
Hey, it's real powerful that you're able to come out and say that, and more people need to hear that, and more people need to see us having this conversation, because I'm telling you right now, most people, and I suspect that my man right here too, we know the truth, man. We know we know what's real, but we caught up in that group thinking and that peer pressure. And until we become confident in ourselves and strong enough to pull away from it, we kind of stick around and we just kind of like listen to what everybody want to hear. We kind of like listen, and we're repeating what they want to hear. But what happens is everybody feeding each other bullshit, because we all in a room know the truth, but ain't nobody brave enough to come up and say, all right, listen, man, cut the bullshit. This is what's real. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need to get past. So what we're doing here is very important, because other people can see this and then they can do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I commend you, MIA, whatever your name is, MIA. I don't know about that. We're going to talk off the thing.
It's MIA, yes.
Okay, Mia. Mia.
Mia.
Okay, all right, MIA.
That's my daughter's name. Woo-hoo, good people.
Yep.
Good people.
Brother Marlon.
What happened?
You're breaking up.
Breaking up
Breaking up.
a little
There
bit.
you go.
Brother Marlon, what was the top 3 things?
Oh, I said the top was the fatherless homes, the absence of God, and personal responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are they for you?
Yeah,
What are the top 3 things for you?
absence of fathers, / leaders, and lack of knowledge.
No leaders, bro. No leaders. We don't need leaders.
Lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge. I like that
I
one.
agree with that one.
Yeah.
Don't fall for the leader thing. The leader thing, we do not need leaders. I'm gonna give you a case.
We're smart. We don't need leaders. You're right.
No, we don't need leaders. Case in point, who are the white leaders?
They don't have any.
I don't think that the white leaders are like in the like social like I don't think they're like out there.
We talking something different now, are we? That's what it sounds like.
Where they at?
I don't think we know who the white leaders are. I don't think they want to
No.
know.
And I don't think they do either. We don't
No,
need-
you don't need leaders. This
But
is
yeah,
why I
we don't have
called
leaders.
your ass stupid, girl. Look at the stuff you say. God.
We don't need why do we need leaders? Why do you need somebody? Why do you need to follow somebody? Why do we need to follow
Thank
somebody?
you.
If I'm smart, like you said, lack of knowledge is what's keeping us. So if I know what I need to do, why do I have to follow somebody to do it? Why can't I just go do it?
Denisha said,
You remember what
entrepreneurs
Martin Luther
follow
King
people?
said? Do you remember what King said about content or character? You don't get content or character from a leader. You
Thank
get
you.
content or character from something you accomplish in life. You get that from experience. You get that from life itself and your own living of it. You don't go to somebody and say, give me some character to have. You have to come up with character yourself by forging it in fire, in trials and tribulations and experiences. That is how you do. And you know why
We
we're
are
all
not
not that
all
smart?
smart.
Because they're like you.
Oh
They
my
don't look for
God.
intelligence. They don't look for intelligence. You shut your brain
No.
off and you expect it to just be filled with something by somebody else. That is why you're not all that smart.
Did y'all
You
see
don't-
that comment?
Denisha has a kite.
What's she saying?
Bruh,
Right.
bruh.
And then what?
We not all smart.
She said we're not all smart, bruh. Okay.
You're what's wrong with the black community.
Thank
we
you.
Are
you
all
are part of the
smart.
problem. We're all smart. I'm sorry.
Hey, I want Denisha, I want you to come on my show, please.
Don't
I
do
need you to
that.
come on right now.
Dude, that's like telling a kid you'll never succeed in life. You ain't smart enough. You will never succeed. That's why we have so many kids deciding they can't do stuff because of fools like you, telling everybody that they can't do it, they
If you
can't do it,
can't do it.
driving it into the kids' head that they're stupid enough that they can't do stuff. And then they tell them that the white man has them down. So now they believe two lies about themselves. They're dumb and white people are better. And when they believe that, the only thing they got left is to gangbang because they will accept them because they're just as stupid. Okay? So when people like you open up your mouth, and I'm pretty sure it's a big one because there's probably no brain behind it, you start to talk that shit to people and they start believing you, you are going to be the downfall of nearly everybody you touch. And you are also the reason why most black men stay away from black women like you.
Facts.
Woo!
It makes
Oh,
it makes
he
it
said
makes
about
sense why you
40.
pro-abortion because I would never want another child birthed that born like you. I would not
Oh,
want
man,
that.
You're going there.
I wouldn't want.
He
I
went there.
wouldn't want that.
Martin went there.
I can
No,
see
he
why
didn't.
you are like. I can see why you like abortion because if any child came out like you in the future, bro, we are dead.
I
We are
hurt for
dead.
you.
We are dead.
I
Hey,
know.
so the thing with the leaders, I was saying,
Man, he is a president.
Hold on. What you say, Cortland?
the thing with the leaders is always going to be a hierarchy, right? And it's going to be like places that we're not able to necessarily go in our lives. That's why I said we probably need leaders.
We got that, a president. We don't. That's it, man. We don't need no leader.
Leaders for us.
We don't need that.
You know,
Yeah,
listen.
come on, black folks.
What? Oh, no, okay. Let's break it down. Why? Tell me why, bro.
For our agendas. and
Yeah.
things
For
that,
what?
like,
Why do we need a leader?
Because it's always going to be a hierarchy, right? It's always going to be like somebody that's able to reach places that you're not able to reach.
And who is that?
Whoever that is in that hierarchy,
So how is the leader going to help us with that?
be able to like be in rooms that we're not able to be in.
Why? What? And how is that going to help us? To
And
do
be
what?
able to put,
To do what? I mean, to what? To do what?
to have those conversations with the people and
You real close to answering your own question, but go ahead. To do what? Have the conversation, and then what? How are those kind of conversations going to benefit us?
and make change or things that are better for us.
We don't need no leaders, bro.
You
We
don't
are all
think?
leaders. No,
So do the leaders stay in power, or do they try to get other people to get to where they are?
Yeah.
What is a leader? Does a lead if I'm a leader and I'm trying to get people to understand the truth. Do I bring them to where I am, or do I just tell them where to go and I stay the leader?
I think you bring them the way you are. You got to bring them up. Lift as you
So
can.
then I don't.
Then I'm
Then
not
I'm
a
not a
leader no
leader.
more.
Yeah, right.
Huh?
Then I'm not a leader anymore.
Why wouldn't you be a leader?
Because everybody on the same level by the time I bring them up to me.
You don't need a leader.
You're still a leader, though.
No. By the time if I'm a teacher, and this is a golden rule about teaching. My job as a teacher is to teach that person until they're better than me. Not to teach them just enough to be less than me. I am teaching them to replace and surpass me. That is my job as a teacher. The same job as a leader. As a leader, I am teaching you what I know. And when you know what I know, you learn more than I do and go above me.
That's why they say the grasshopper
By the time you
one
get
day
to me,
become the master.
there are no more leaders. They're all just one set of people knowing the exact same thing and knowing everything.
So right
When
now,
I'm a leader, I don't stay there.
so who are the black leaders right now?
Cardi
Black
B.
leaders, right? Oh, hell no.
Martin, grow up, man. When you grow up, ouch, dude.
Hell no.
There are a lot of black men that have WAPs now. Don't get me wrong. I'm just
Oh
saying.
my God.
Oh my God.
So who are the leaders? Who are the leaders right now?
I need let me address this guy. Okay. Tom, I like your comments normally because you're respectful, but I need you to go do your research. Okay. Because Malcolm X is a great influence for me.
Malcolm is great.
And people don't this is what I mean. People don't research themselves. After he came back from his pilgrimage, he took his approach to a human view.
Right.
He believed in human life. Okay? Do some research before you put things out there like that. Seriously. I'm trying to help you before you get dealt with.
But trust me, man, we don't need no leaders, man. What we need are men. We need men. Men.
You don't Malcolm X, not Malcolm X, but MLK wasn't a leader. He was a director. He funneled young men on a path. You understand? He tried to get the black people on a path. He wasn't trying to tell them, follow me into the promised land. He was trying to tell everybody to follow God. That was his number one point, was follow God. And he was trying to get everybody to see something about themselves that they did not see in themselves. You might consider that leading, but he was not a leader to where he was trying to tell everybody to do follow me and stay behind me. No. He was trying to direct the black community to follow a path that would get them free. He kept talking about free. And the only way you can get free is up here in the mind. Get free in the mind. You'll get there.
Yeah. Man, it was good that you turned the table, man. You ready to take this red pill?
Are you ready for the red
You ready for the red pill yet?
He's
You ready for the red pill?
Why? Listen,
It
when you
tastes
take the
good.
red pill,
You gonna see rainbows and unicorns.
Oh,
I can't take either one.
you can't take the red or the blue.
I can't take
It's
the
gonna
red
be
or
the-
blue.
hey man, I ain't took the pill either, man. But if I take a pill, it won't be blue.
I can't take
You
the red or
took the
blue.
pill. You took the pill. Come on, Corey.
I did
Yeah.
it.
It takes some time to set in. He ain't ready to pop it like Neo. You know, when Neo took it took Neo a little bit of journey into the little silver stuff, and then he went, blah, it'll happen. He gonna pop in a minute.
Now you know your Black Lives Matter people they done with you now. So now we gotta be your friend.
Yeah, you denounced them.
Look.
So now we are
You're gonna
friends.
get called coon. You're gonna get called coon. Just expect it.
You a cool sergeant?
Go sell out.
Oh man. But no,
I
man,
got your back though.
yeah.
Yep.
Man, it's a community, man. You got to think about it, man. We build a community, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never met Myrna. I've never met nobody on here, period. You know what I'm saying? I think, the only two that has is MIA because she was MIA. I'm still mad at you.
Damn, we had a 2-hour conversation. These conversations are needed. We have to have these. Just like
Portland's
now,
on Facebook.
he is on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna troll the hell out of your page.
I'm not hard to find. You can Google my name.
Okay.
Hey, you can Google me, dog.
They said, Google me, baby.
Hey, look, I'm glowing in the dark.
Google my name.
Damn, Cortland Secret Service, you over there? Google me, dog. Google me.
I'm gonna see some black vehicles roll up in my yard.
Hey, Cortland said, y'all don't know who y'all talking to for real, for real.
Did you talk ill about our brother Cortland? We're here to question you, sir.
My fault, Cortland. Yeah, Google. If I can Google it, bro.
Look, tell him pull up. It's all right.
Cortland tired, man. He's like, man, y'all just done whooped on me, man.
No, it's love, man. I love stuff like this.
Man, me too.
Yes, yes.
I just be getting scared when Merlin come in. I be feel like my daddy talking to someone.
No, I feel like it need to be more people like Marilyn, right? Because I think the passion behind it is important. As long as it doesn't come like, as long as you like doesn't go like disrespectful. I think the way he approached the situation was like probably perfect.
Yeah, because he love you, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? See, Merlin, people like me, Merlin, all of us here, we get accused and misunderstood that we don't love our people. But the truth is that we do love our people, and we love them enough to tell them what's real, and we don't love them enough to tell them boldly. You know what I'm saying? Like earlier, like shit. I mean, I would have told you both, but you had me tricked when you was over there, like in that little. So you think that
y'all get to talk about Trump, I gotta tone it down.
You ain't Zuzu no more, is you? You don't think Trump is a racist no more, do you?
I can't confirm or deny.
We're not speaking on the president. We're not speaking on the president.
Okay. Oh my God, black SUVs with rainbow license plates.
Oh my God.
Tabitha is she's cool, man. She's so cool. I like her.
Tabitha's the real deal. Straight up.
Okay, but before we go, I do have a question that I want to ask you, because Tabitha said something about lesbians, and you were like, "Don't do that. Don't say it." Okay. Don't you think as Christians, because we stand on a set of certain morals and standards, that you are obligated to call it out? That's what the church teaches you too. You're supposed to call it out and address it, and you don't let nobody continue and mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If the conversation, if it come up, or if you feel led by the Spirit to talk about it, then you should do that. Period. You got to be disciplined to the Spirit. So it's evil. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. And one thing that I don't do is I don't have a problem with, I don't go around, bashing lesbians, because I don't care. Just don't bring it around, don't bring it around me and mine. You know what I'm saying? And don't promote it into our communities. That's where I got a problem at. That's one of the issues I got with Black Lives Matter, because they promote that stuff right into our communities. And I think that when that happens, then we do need to call it out, and that's the bottom line.
I think cool, call it out, but at what point does it get redundant? Like everybody knows that they're lesbian. Yes.
It depends on the intention. It's all about intention. What is the intention? You know what I'm saying? So if you call it out as evil and you want it to stop and bring it to light, then that's fine. But if you're trying to say it in an offensive way to offend somebody or to make them feel less than you or something, then that's a different intention.
That's what I mean. It's like if you just keep saying it and just keep try to get laughs from it, it's like, okay, man, we know they're gay. We know it's something that a lot of people don't agree with. Cool.
I mean,
it is at that point.
I mean, I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk about it like I'm just not with it. I might speak on it and then keep it moving because I'm just not with it. It's evil. Right. That's that. You know what I'm saying? But you got people that do things, they make choices, and those are their choices, not mine. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what somebody over there doing next door. That's their business. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care. But if you ask me, nope. I don't do what you're doing.
I'm gonna speak on it for real.
Right. Don't ask me because you ain't gonna like my answer.
And a lot of people get pissed off watching my show, especially when I talk about the natural order and what God ordained and Adam what God says. He didn't say Adam and Adam, and he didn't say
Adam and Steve.
Adam and Steve.
Even Evelyn.
People starting to roll out. They say, we out of here. Kelly says, It was
Look,
too.
Cortland, we have to do this again. I hope
For
you
sure.
come back and we didn't scare you off.
I'm gonna come back with some more ammo next time, cuz.
Bring,
You just want to debate.
bring,
Okay.
some of them, bring some of them Black Lives Matter people with you, man.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
bring like 2 next time for sure. I'm gonna come back.
Oh,
I'm
we
here
did
for
it.
that.
Look,
I want,
that's
I want, I want 3-1. How about 3-1?
Bet.
let's
I'm
go.
gonna come back with some heavy hitters. I'm gonna tell them, hey, bro, I got jumped on social media yesterday. I need you to come handle my light work.
Oh, you call this light work?
Oh, wait.
We are
Not light work.
because that was light work. That was real light. It ain't got heavy yet.
Look, okay, we're gonna set it up. But I like to end every show by telling people don't take anything we said.
That's gospel.
Go do your own research. Go do your own research before you get on here and make comments like Denitra and embarrass
Please.
yourself. Please come with the facts.
Look it up
It's not hard.
from several
Knowledge is
sources,
power.
not just one. Several.
Thank
Okay.
Probably about 6 before you
Good
done.
research. That's how you do good research. Several sources.
Corey, thanks for coming on, bro. I can't wait to come on your show.
You know, I got you. Yeah, we're gonna get some more jumping off. Oh, Saturday. Tell about Saturday. We're gonna Saturday. We're gonna get it jumping. So tune in. It's gonna be
Make sure y'all Google my name.
hey, man.
Hey, look, he ready to have the Secret Service pull up.
Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. This was Hot Mic. Thanks everybody for joining. I really appreciate it. We'll set up, the time and the day for the next. Look, this feel like a heavyweight boxing match that's about to go down. I'm ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna take y'all in the show.
All right,
Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for support. Please go subscribe, like, comment on the YouTube page. Go check out our Instagram at The Real Hot Mic, our Twitter at The Real Hot Mic. And thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. I did say I was going to set up a Patreon. I've been slacking, but I'm going to get to it. Thank you guys for joining once again. We really appreciate it.